What do you need to cut out of your life? Not just the bad habits, not just the unnecessary, but what do you need to cut out that doesn't move your life forward, that truly crowds out the important? Think about the process of pruning. Pruning in gardening is an essential, healthy activity. When you prune, you cut off dead branches. And actually, professional gardeners cut back even some live branches so the plant can more fully flourish. And when you do some pruning in your life, you often become more fruitful. It's addition by subtraction. So rather than adding to your commitments, it's likely your life needs some pruning. You probably already have too much to do and too little time to do it. And remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So in this video, I want to talk to you about getting lean and mean. I'm going to give you 3 ways in which you can simplify and focus your life. Hello, I'm Dale Gilbert, and this is another Accelerating Excellence Insight. The first way to simplify and focus your life is to carefully consider any new commitments. Years ago, I casually said yes on the spot to a request to be on the board of directors of an organization whose mission I wasn't necessarily passionate about. Now, they were a good organization, but their focus was in an area of interest to me. And the result of me impulsively saying yes was 3 years of monthly meetings and many assignments and responsibilities that came out of those meetings. So, carefully consider any new commitments. As a matter of fact, I suggest that if you're asked for a commitment, that you ask for a few days to consider it. Then you have time to evaluate whether or not it's something that you want or should do. When it comes to simplifying and focusing your life, remember you have a powerful weapon, and that weapon is the word no. A second way to simplify and focus your life is to responsibly move out of any current unnecessary commitments. Are you still part of the Parent Teachers Association that you joined when your daughter was in 2nd grade and she's now 30 years old? Do you keep commitments with no thought of whether or not they've outlived their usefulness? Again, I once impulsively made a commitment to meet with a group of people every Tuesday night for a school year. And after the first couple meetings, I began to not look forward to Tuesday nights. Now, because I took on that responsibility and I was helping others out, I was faithful in attending and did my best to stay engaged. But I also made it clear to the leader that I would not continue during the next school year. So, think about your current commitments. Are they serving you or others well? Has the commitment run its course or outlived its usefulness? Is it somebody else's turn? And just to be clear, I am not talking about moving out of commitments in important relationships. That's another subject altogether. I'm talking about the extracurricular activities in your life. A third way to simplify and focus your life is to declutter. Declutter your stuff. Are you keeping stuff around that you will never ever need? Are you keeping stuff around that you would never think about if you never saw again? Think about decluttering and streamlining your clothes, your office files, unnecessary stuff on your computers, apps on your phone that you never use, unsubscribe to email lists that you never read. Think about minimizing. So, to review, the 3 ways to simplify and focus your life are: number 1, carefully consider any new commitments. Learn to say no thoughtfully and respectfully, but don't let your mouth overload your back. Number 2, responsibly move out of any unnecessary current commitments. And number 3, declutter. think about getting lean and mean in every area of your life. Only say yes to things you can wholeheartedly say yes to. Make commitments thoughtfully and slowly, and don't make commitments out of guilt. Instead of a to-do list, maybe you need a not to-do list. Strengths expert Marcus Buckingham has said that high performers are not well-rounded, they're sharp. So focus on the vital few, not the trivial many. Saying no to something doesn't make you a selfish person. It makes you someone who is clear on their priorities, values, and direction in life. Don't allow the demands of others to prevent you from accomplishing what you have already decided is truly important in your life. And remember this important principle. It's much harder to get out of something than it is to get into something. Use the power of no. I'm Del Gilbert, and this is another Accelerating Excellence Insight.